this right here because I completely forgot to reference it. It was that unbelievable that it obviously slipped my mind. So y'all do Marcus stated that he bet he can find where I have emailed him in the past, basically saying that I was interested in him. Now, Marcus, if you can find that email, I'll give you, as you might say, call it, I think $1,000, the 1000. I'll give you $1,000. Find that email. Do you really think I'll be checking for you? Whew. Now, back to the bullshit. Hey, y'all, it's your cousin. So I know my cousins have already seen Marcus' latest video that he posted with Feisty Marcus detainment footage. And did y'all notice what happened after he showed that footage? Yeah, he talked about what? Yo, girl. Yes, he talked about The Rock. Now, what is so funny to me is how did somebody with an itty bitty channel with only almost 1,700 subs make it on Marcus' big channel? That's the only thing that he got that is big. You want to know how I made it? Because Marcus doesn't have any commentary. That's exactly how I made it on his channel. So he had to put something in there, you know? Oh, God. Now, I will say the only thing that he did get correct in his commentary about me is that I'm a beautiful woman. Thank you. I'll tell my parents that you gave me that compliment, that you told them thank you. I'll let them know that. But anyways, what he said was that his name is always in my mouth and I'm always posting videos about him. Well, let's get the facts right, actually. Okay, see, 4 months ago, I made one little short, okay? And I was doing a response to Troy's commentary in regards to whether Marcus was grooming someone, okay? So that was the first time that I mentioned Marcus' name. Now, what's 4 months ago? That was about what? Around, what? April, May? Y'all know what happened around that time? My cousins know what happened, okay? My cousins know I started talking to a much younger man. Now, he is in his late 20s. Unlike Marcus, at least I get them in their late 20s and not when they're 17. So what ended up happening, cousins, and those who follow my channel, and I put them all up in my business, you know, he was putting me through the headboard. So he took a lot of my time, okay? And when he started catching feelings, well, we both started catching feelings. I was like, you know, this ain't going nowhere. So let me cut this off. So I cut it off after a few months. So that puts me about what? About June? And still, okay, I really wasn't making commentary at all about you. See, but what happened was, you said something and it stirred my spirit, honey. See, you brought Jesus into your bullshit, okay? And so when you brought Jesus into your bullshit and the whole situation about Polo and Cash was going on, I made a video about that. And look at here. I got about, what, almost 7,000 views. See, Marcus, honey, see, my channel was never meant for you. My channel, for those of my cousins who's been following me for a while, before I even spoke on you, I had about 900 subs, okay? And I barely posted anything at all. See, what I would do, I would come live and I would do story times and I would just chit chat with my subs. So, I got, you know, almost, what was it, 8,000 views off that video because I was just disgusted that you brought Jesus into your BS. And so, you know what, I said, you know what, maybe I can use this because I want my channel to be about my story times. But you know what, all of a sudden now people saw this, so I could possibly use this. But what happened was, I'm not the type of person that just any and everything you post, I want to do commentary on it because it just don't do nothing for me. See, it's when you started doing bullshit. And what happened, it's been within this last month or two that you just like, you lost your damn mind, okay? So what happened with Rocks, it was only, if you look at it, within the last month, okay, that I've been doing commentary on you. And look look at here. It only took 1 month of me doing commentary on you, and I made it to your big channel. Yeah, but it's when something really stirs my spirit. And if you check my videos, a lot of my videos is actually directed towards who? Feisty. Why? Because I am a girls, and I believe in women empowerment. And what my cousins also know is that I believe, like, I'm very big on social issues. See, I started my career off in the social field with children in the legal system. So when you do something that goes against my morals, that's when I decide I really just want to speak out. And unfortunately for you, you do a lot of stuff that goes against my morals and even some illegal stuff. So within the last month, I've just been, I guess, just tapping your hand just a little bit. But most of my stuff is really towards, Feisty and making sure that she's standing up for herself and respecting herself. And if she is going to be in this whatever type of relationship that her and Tragedy got going on, then maybe she should practice respecting her man a little bit more. See, that's usually what my commentary is about, and it's only been really 1 month. But the funny thing is that you notice, and you know why you notice. See, what you might not know is that I am a thespian. So I could just get on here, press the button, and just talk. And guess what's going to happen? People are just going to watch. I can do this in my sleep. I don't need no AI at all. I don't need to be hiding behind anything. I could just do this. And you notice. Thank you. Maybe my numbers will grow. And then maybe one day I'll finally get paid off of damn YouTube. Can you imagine? I do all this commentary off of you and I'm not even making a dime. Because why? My channel was started for my story times, okay? So I have no intention on sticking on your ass, okay? Even when I go live, if you ever caught my live, I used to go live for an hour or two. Your name is rarely brought up because you are not that important, okay? So if you just stop doing shit that's illegal and that goes against God all the goddamn time, I will really stop talking about your ass, okay? Because my channel is really supposed to be about my story time. So maybe you should send your folks over here and just say, watch her story times, and that would just help me get off your ass. And I'm pretty sure that once you get locked up, I can really get off your ass, okay? But let me get back to what you stated. So you wanted to compare me to SOS, and I just really don't like that. Men like to do that. Just compare you to another woman. What, to make you feel some type of way, make you feel jealous. See, SOS is her own woman, and Rox is her own woman. SOS do her thing her way, and Rox just click the button and she do shit her way. Don't compare me to some other woman, okay? Keep that. So now let's go ahead. So then you went on and stated that you know why I'm single. See, you know why I'm single because I told your ass I was single. Hell, I told everybody my ass was single. Funny thing is, when I first got on YouTube about 8 months ago, I was actually going through a depression. And my cousins know why, because I shared it in my story time. See, I had to break up with my man. Yes, I had to break up with my man. He was also West Indies like you. Y'all had something in common. But you know what happened was, see, he had daddy trauma. I think you might have the same thing. And you know what? He refused to go to counseling. So when a man refused to do something that I want him to do, because I find it necessary, guess what I do? I just break up with them. You know what? Because I'm not desperate to have a man. See, if you don't know, but maybe you should since you've been on my channel. I was once married. Yes, I was married for about 6 years to my child's father. Now, I don't know if you actually got married to your kid's mother or did you just waste her time. But see, I married my child's father. And one thing about a divorced person, when you meet somebody, if it's just not like this, like a puzzle, and it just fit, you really don't give a dang whether or not you be with somebody or you get married. You just wait until it's right. But you know, funny thing is, why you say, now we about to get into some mess. See, now I talked about you the other day, about you having all your receipts, about how you just the coolest motherfucker in Decatur. Okay. So I had to go pull out my receipts. I had to screenshot and stuff so I could share it with you. Okay. Since you don't think that this girl can get a man, in fact, I can get many men, okay? But if it ain't what I want, I'm not gonna deal with it, because you stated that I am single, and you know I'm single because ain't no man gonna allow me to do commentary on somebody as the way I do commentary. Let me tell you something, baby. I am a full grown ass woman, and ain't nobody gonna stop me from being me, because I told you I'm a thespian. I could do this in my sleep. Why you gonna take that away from me? So if getting on your ass right now is what I gotta do, because YouTube is my stage, and your ass is my stage, then that's what I'ma do, okay? It ain't no man gonna stop me from doing what I wanna do, because why? Because if one don't like it, the next will get with it, okay? Because this is my life. I'm a grown ass woman. See, that's the problem. And that's why I keep making these videos for Feisty, because she need to be like Sophia on The Color Purple. You need to bust Master's head open and think about heaven later, okay? Because she need to understand she only got one life. And you got to live your best life on your terms. And I don't think you understand or you respect a woman living her life on her terms unless it aligns with you. But since you want to know why I'm so single, see, what it really is because I have boundaries like a mother sucker, okay? And men like to call me mean. They like to call me mean, and they tell me I got a big old ego, okay? And you know what? I take that as a compliment, because when you have boundaries, they just love to call you mean. And when you don't go for shit, they love to say you have a big ego. And I'd rather stand on that than fall for anything. Just to have a man, to have somebody warm in my bed to tell me what I can't do. Oh, absolutely not. So now we're going to get into my receipts. See, you don't think your girl can have a man. So my cousins who know my story times, I told them the story about this one guy called Tech. See, Tech is about 6'3", 6'4". See, he is a 6 foot ninja, about to be 7. In tech, has his own app, in Atlanta. It's very popular. Men like that, they got business about themselves. Yeah, that's what I deal with. See, he sent me, what happened was, in between my last relationship, I dated him again, and then I called it off because he said something that pissed me off. So I blocked his ass, okay? Well, I thought I blocked his ass quite well, but obviously I didn't. He found me on another social media site, okay? But after that, about 4 months after I broke up with him, would you imagine that he had a bitch on the boat? And this girl, of course he wasn't sharing her. This girl came all up in my social media, looking up at all my shit. I was like, who are you? And she decided to tell me her and his relationship. Now, I was already through with him. But you know what? That pissed me off because he didn't have his little bitch on a leash, okay? So what I did, I cussed him out and I blocked his ass. So he came up in my other social media inbox on Sunday. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'll put the screenshot if y'all can't see it, but pretty much he told me that his aim was me and that he just really want to make me happy. He want to make up for everything that happened in the past, because I cussed his ass out for pissing me off even when I wasn't with him. He also told me I had a big ego. You know what? When I told him, how dare you have a bitch on a boat when we ain't even together? You know what he texted me? He said, Rox, you too would be on a boat, but you got a big ego. She paid her way. Now this man right here, no, I'm not paying my way. You want my company? You paying it. So until he got right, we don't entertain. Okay? Now there's this other man. Now he is a millionaire in Atlanta. He owns several restaurants, and he also is, like 6'2", 6'3". Mm-hmm. A lot of them don't have nothing in common with you other than being black men. Okay. So now this is funny as hell. So back in October 2025, you can't see it. I'll insert it. He told me, he said, I left the key under the mat. You could come back home. See, when he wasn't acting right with me, doing what I wanted him to do, I blocked his ass too and called it quits with him. And he just keep on chasing. Now, would you imagine, Feisty, when you set your boundaries and be mean to him? Now, you can't be mean and be running back. You got to be mean and set your boundaries, because they like to call it mean. You actually would have 6 and 7 foot niggas following after you, okay? So, while I'm single now, this happened today, actually. This the millionaire. I hope you could hear it.
Right? You gonna act right?
What you just say? So he just said, are you gonna act right? Because I don't act right.
I said, come on home. The key under the mat. You just stop ignoring me now.
You know you sent that same message to me last year.
What message?
You found my TikTok and you sent me a message saying the key was under the mat.
Oh, you come home. You always come home, right?
You see that? Because I don't play with his ass too. Not a 7 foot, but a 7-figure nigga. I don't play with his ass too, but I can always come home because I got that, them boundaries. And I might also have other things too. But that's just, for a woman who ain't got no man. You want to say why she ain't got no man? Now you might know why I ain't got no man. Okay, and this is another one. Now, see, me and my girls, we like to call men by their professions. He is like a senior program manager, also a 6 foot man too, and 6 figures. And I called it quits with this one because, he had to cancel a date with me. Because he said he was busy and I felt like he was lying, so I canceled with him. So you know what he did? Because he thought he was going to marry me. He decided he was going to move to, first across the water, because he said maybe his wife ain't here in Georgia. So he moved across the water. And then came back and moved to D.C. And he asked me when I was going to, now this was what? This was a few nights ago. He asked me when I'm coming to D.C. And you know my response? I have no plans on coming to D.C. unless you send for me. See, this is all. This is for a woman who ain't got nobody. This is just receipts. This is why she ain't got nobody. No, actually, they want me. They really, really want me. They do. But see, a lot of them are kind of sometimes, back in the immature, they can't take a woman with boundaries. But then, they realize, you know what? Maybe I want a bitch with boundaries. And then they realize that and they be circling back around. See, now this is another one. He told me I just never stick around long enough. And that I'm too much of an alpha woman. And he ain't with it. But still be bothering the hell out of me. See, I just wanted to just take you. I'll put the screenshots in. Okay. Now let me go ahead and insert this here because I completely forgot to mention it. But since, Marcus, we got your big audience, might as well spread the wealth. Would you believe that a man that I have never met, never spoken to, only knows my name pretty much from YouTube, made 2 songs dedicated to me because of his attraction for me? So why don't y'all go ahead and check him out. Rapper 1, The Replacer. All right, let's spread the wealth. All right, now let me get back to the bullshit. Oh. See, I had to bring out receipts because I had to show you how this is my stage, little nigga. Okay? I do what I want, how I want, when I want. Do I move like a bitch? that's gonna wait for a man to tell her what to do? Do I look like that? Do I look like the type of woman to be chasing after a man? No, don't I come off as a woman that maybe a man might want? Oh, she's smart. That's why you hate it, because I get on your ass in the funniest. And then I use my wit and my intelligence, and you can't stand that shit. And it'd be hilarious because I get on your ass in sometimes less than 6 minutes. And I done read your ass for filth. But see, that's your issue. You don't like grown-ass women like me. I'm too much for your type, right? Okay, that's why you go to little 70 years old. But I just had to pull out the receipts for you. So first of all, let's just wrap this up. Don't compare me to no other woman, because no other woman is like me, okay? And like I said, you did get right that I am beautiful. Thank you. I'm surprised that you would tell a middle-aged woman she is beautiful, but thank you. And finally, no, I don't have a man. I'm single by choice. When these niggas get on my program and do stuff how I want them to do stuff, then I will have a man. And maybe if you stop doing a lot of bull, I'll stop talking about you, because my channel was never about you. And as long as Feist is on your channel and she's not respecting herself, she's letting you be her PIMP, she's not standing on business, I am going to be right here being her big sister, getting her ass straight. And if I got to mention you, then I'm going to mention you. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all. Ciao.
Hey, y'all. It's y'all cousin. Pull up, I'm buzzing. Commentary on your life. Yeah, I keep it thuggin'. Story times, real life. Yeah, I keep it coming. Got Jersey in my blood, Decatur in my heart. I'm your Glenwood cousin, spitting truth like a art. I'm blunt, I'm fearless. I talk how I talk. Streets.